ABAREBUGYO. Well, it's after 10 at night on a Monday. My hours have just been all over the freaking show. I've been incrementally sending things and packing things and trying to get shit done. But we have had atrocious weather. It's actually dry now. The back of the rig's dry. Should have seen the other night. Bloody hell, did it come down. My. And for, can't put anything on the back of the rig. But regardless, priorities, I got the bills paid, got the rent paid, and I've got to wait. Well, it's the 29th now, but I've got to wait for this dough to come through. See, through eBay I've signed up to that. You had to sign up, they force you to for Payoneer, right? So they moved away for the most part, I guess, from PayPal. And I've never, some things about PayPal I haven't been too happy about. I mean, the whole $2,000 of your money, and if shit hits the fan, they don't use that money. When bad people steal your money or whatever. So it's been a bit of a struggle, a bit. But yeah, someone on Etsy there asked me to sign up for this Payoneer thing, or the Etsy payment program, because it offers a whole lot more options. And so I'm alright, but they connect with Payoneer also, right? But they still use, some people might still want to use PayPal, so I'm alright with it. I'm like, okay. And because some people don't have PayPal, they're not connected up to it or whatever. I think they sort of encourage people, come on, get on this program too. And it is true that your sales increase, but they take more money from you. You got to pay extra fees, so it's a fucking struggle. But I like my lifestyle. I just try to sustain it. That's the key. But anyways, so I've had to, you got to wait a week to. Sometimes people, you got to wait a week for your money and all this shit, and you got to think, alright, where do I put this money? Where do I put that money? How do I do this? How do I do that? And anyways, I'm thinking tonight I'll see how I go, but I might try and pull in an all-nighter. I should go to that. Get some food into me. I haven't had a decent feed for a while. I got some good food a little while back, so a few days back, and I'm going to go to this El Cheapo restaurant and pick up a bento, so get some decent energy into me. That way I might be able to handle it all night. I've got a coffee there. I might go and pick up another one actually. I'm sort of buzzing off coffee right now, but just the sleeping patterns have been all over the place. But I'm getting there, getting things done, and I got quite a few things sent out a little while back, and then the rain came again. It's Japan time, man. Yeah, it's Japan time. Could go down there. Anyways, I've been been a little bit on the downside, to be honest. Down out in Paris and London, and then sometimes I get up and shit. All right, I can handle this. I've been getting things done. I've got so many things on, but that's cool to make it happen. I'm going to really bust ass this week, and there's a few projects I want to, some things I need to fix and get done. So I figure, bugger it, I'm going to get up and I'm going to watch some of the doom and gloom. Canadian prepper. Oh, some of the things that are going on in the world, it just saddens me. That's why I get so down. I get really down about some of the things that are just going on in the world, and how some people are controlling this stuff. And I figure, look, you're 80 years old, why don't you just fucking die? All these people that want to make a name for themselves, and other people suffer for it. There's a lot of bad things going on. It's really puts me in a down mood, you know. And I don't get depressed. I'm a happy bloke, but it's just, you know, I'm saddened for so many people that are suffering, you know. And it ticks me off to no end that the people that make this happen, they're not suffering. If only they could understand suffering, would that not be wonderful? Then they change their tune real quick. So yeah, knowing what's going on, you know, and making a comparison of the bullshit news to reality and the truth, and cross-referencing this sort of stuff, it's highly depressing. Legally, you've got to stop, have your wheel nut stop, and then go. Ooh. But yeah, I figure I might be able to get strong enough to pull in an all-nighter tonight and throughout the next few days, sort of finalise some stuff, yeah, make things happen there, and then I can start looking at fixing some things that really I wish they were fixed. Oh man, that's pretty much what's been going on. I don't know, just the more you understand the reality of what's really happening, the more it can just make you feel real bad. Or if you're a bad person, go you know, and want it. And I don't want that for people. So here we are. I haven't been here in months. Suki, yep, right there, El Cheapo store. I'm gonna get a big meal. I doubt that I'll be able to eat it all, but you get soup and everything with it, so I'll see how I go. With that. And we've got max value over there, so I think what I might do is get some. Where am I gonna park? Come on, make a decision. Right here. Ooh. Max value. They're open 24/7, these blokes, so that's great. So at least with what I do, for the most part, I can, you know, work at night and do that sort of thing. So if my hours are all shit, I don't know, sometimes I feel so down, I just get under the blankets and I don't want to talk to anyone. The phone rings and I just don't want to talk to anyone. And I don't want to feel down. But our world's going to shit, and we gotta rebel. It's a fucking war. It is. Well, that's my favourite restaurant. Alright, okay, so I've got a full meal. I doubt I can get it all in me in one go, that's for sure. My condition is in. I was sort of in there just shaking and shit. Not too good, but anyways. Oh, that poor girl. I've never been in there for so long waiting for an order, and but I stood there just calmly, and I could have gone and sat down, but I just calmly and waited, because the poor girl, she was the only one handling the register. I think they have maybe call-in meals too. I wouldn't be surprised if they come and then they come and pick them up, maybe something like that, because there was a lot of food sitting in front of me. And then she's handling everyone in the restaurant. I counted like 13 chaps in there, mainly students, and they're coming and going, and you know, so she's got to handle them. She's got to handle the people that want to leave. That's a priority. And then she's got, I mean, this is automation for you. They automate all this bullshit. Like, I got to press all these buttons in order just to order my meal, instead of just asking them, you know, just tell them what I want. That's fair enough, but then they just employ less people. That's the entire ploy of it. And now the poor girl, she's bloody rushing around. I said just as I left, so gushing now, which means you're busy. You know, and she's handling that, and I presume there was only one person doing the cooking, and you know, it does streamline a lot of things, but bloody hell. And then she's got to handle the drive-through too, all on her own. Or maybe there was supposed to be someone else working there, or maybe on a Monday night, you know, 11 o'clock at night, you know, they rarely have that many people, I guess. You know, there's got to be some reasons for it. But no, the poor lass, she's, talk about efficiency. She was like, right, you move here, you do this, you do that, and look up at me, he's patiently just waiting there, and people will come in, and then, you know, she's got to, it's sort of like you prioritise, you know, people coming in, but mainly people leaving, all this shit. I don't know why I bother locking this anymore, but anyways, yeah, that girl, she was, you know, on her own working, and that's the shit thing I hate about all this automation. There should be the old way, because I know everything and I'm better than you, obviously, and from young turds. The young turds. There should be the old and the new, man, the old and the new. That's what we need to have, you know, like, reliance on your freaking phone. If you don't have your phone, you can't enter this bloody website so you can get your dose, you know, just all this shit. There's too much reliance on computery bullshit, way too much reliance. All that shit goes down, you know, where are you? Oh man, it sucks. The old and the new, because I see some young people paying with their phones and all that sort of crap, right? I don't know how to do any of that sort of thing. I don't have the fanciest of phones in the first place. I don't want to do any of that shit anyways. You know, it shits me to no end, the reliance that you have to have. They force it upon you. I don't like that. So the old and the new, that would work far better. And you know, you'd employ some more people. But I was very impressed. That girl they must do some serious pressure training upon them. Must be like military style, you know, the real pressure training on them, so they can handle the pressure, and they know what to do, and you know, really give them a really good experience before they throw them into the mix. I'm just guessing that's probably the way they do it. It's like a lot of people in, say, Nepal, for instance, they work at all these convenience stores. There's plenty of them that are in this country. I don't know if they're getting a decent deal. Oh God, I was getting a bit close to my side, wasn't it? You know, I hear tell they've got like training facilities in run a bit quick. Training facilities in Nepal, and so when they come here, their skills in Nihongo are way better than I could ever achieve, you know. Don't really call that an achievement, you know. Backwards think. Yeah, can't say that. Get on fucking TikTok and have a rant. Yeah! I don't think in pictures. Ah, you can't say that. I don't fucking say what I want, because this is my world too. Anyways, yeah, the poor lass, I felt for her, you know, that she's like, I don't know, maybe you have these moments of just go, and then it's just back to, yeah, everything's quiet again, you know. Yeah, so that, you know, they've got to drive through there. I presume there's this call-in type of thing, just in case it's an undercover behind me, I gotta do that. They have these undercover police cars that cruise around, and they've got this light thing that pops up on the top of the roof, and they pull you over. Yeah, I've seen that. It's happened before to me years ago when I was having a bit of a rappy poos on a motorcycle. Anyways, back to it. So she's handling the people coming in, all the orders that she's got to distribute to everyone. I couldn't remember whose fucking table's who, you know. But maybe they make logs of it or something like that. And so she's dealing with all those people. then, right, so she's dealing with all them, and then she's dealing with the takeout people like me. There was a young bloke in front of me, and then some people came and they wanted to leave, and then another bloke wanted to leave, and it's just all this systematic way of doing it. I'm very impressed, but I do so believe that there should have been someone else there on hand. I mean, that's fucking automation for you. They just piss people off, go, oh look, it's all automated, it's so efficient, it's so good. Yeah, what about the lifestyles of the people that need a fucking job, you know? Yeah, automation. The old and the new. So I'm better than you, I know, I'm just better than you. You should freaking listen to me. Some people do. Some people study me. Well, you know. And I believe there should be the old and the new. It's like the post office. You got to have this phone thing, and you got to plug in all this bullshit. And but the freighter, you go there, fill out some forms, or you just fill them out back at the ranch, take it to them. They require a phone number, so there you go. You need a fucking phone, right? But there's so much. That system is so much better, and that's old school. So much less stress. You know, when you plug it into info and the fucking computer thing goes off, or oh, you know, this didn't work, and then you know, the system's down for fucking this, that, and the other, and you go to flicker, you got to flick and flick and flick through all these idiot people countries until you get to better people countries. And sometimes you might flick on the wrong fucking thing, it'll just suddenly let your hands are cold or something, and then boom, it shows up with some idiot people country that I would never send anything to. Don't even know where they bother to plug that shit in. And so the old and the new. A better people country would have systems of the old and the new. Less stress. How many fucking times have computer things stressed you out, and you're all fucking stressed and your blood's boiling, you fucking thing? How many times does that happen? The old and the new. That's just what better people would do. Did that right? Yeah. Pleasant out at this time. It's bloody cold out there. Warehouse ain't gonna be warm, but out here there's very little traffic. And, yeah, it's quite soothing, shall we say. Yeah, I haven't been too happy for a while. Yeah, I haven't been exactly at my fittest and healthiest. We're not going to get these lights, I'll just cruise. These guys in front of me, they're going like a bat out of hell, and then I see them at the next traffic light. I have gotten through very few traffic lights. Yeah, that's alright. As I say, it's quite soothing. Luckily they put some traffic lights in here. I was actually going to go and talk. I was getting ready to go and talk to the council about it, because I saw 2 accidents here, and I saw a bunch of bottles and flowers and shit, and someone died there, and I nearly had a wacky blizzard. There was a truck, this is after they put the lights in. There was a truck in front, a big truck, and I sort of, he went through, and I'll go through, and then fuck, I looked up, and because it was obscured, and then I hit the anchors and didn't go through. But that's what would have happened to someone when the lights weren't there. They sort of went through and boom, you know. But just as I was planning on talking to a friend about how do you talk to them about that, I saw some surveyors, and they were doing their thing right there, and I figured, oh right, they're finally going to get around to putting some traffic lights in there. Granted, there's, I call it driving here, is like traffic light life. See, they're only just up there. Traffic light life. Yeah, it's driving here is way safer than in Australia. Look at how many deaths of shit, the amount of crosses I've seen on trees now. I've been all over Australia, and compared to when you hear of an automotive crash and a death here, like you hear about the news. I don't watch Japanese news much, but very rarely. But you know, it's just so rare to see like a savage crash kind of thing. So here we go. This is the rice field of contemplation. Yeah, feeling better about this meal. I've got like miso soup with seaweed in it, and I didn't see the tonkatsu meal there, the soups, which is pork, sort of vegetable-y meal sort of thing. Don't eat a lot of the pork stuff these days, but anyways, then I've got this vassal of vegetables which I plan on mixing in, and I've got some condiments, and it's shaved beef, broiled onions and rice. Totally forgot about really the extra broth combo option. You've got different options you have, and so I could have figured it out, but I don't know, I'm just not in the best of shape, so I think I stuffed it. I had to stand there, and it didn't feel too good. Anyways, feeling better out here. I can understand, like a mate of mine, he loves coming out here. He likes walking around the rice fields. It's just so much calmer. I could never live, like I live residential country, I guess you could say. I couldn't stand it in like living in town or in a major city, something like that. Like I'm like 15 k's out of the city centre, something like that. I don't know, but it's good enough. Yeah. Alright, let's zip down here. This bug's coming up on me pretty quick, isn't he? What's he doing? So much better out here. So I don't mind working at night sometimes. It's better when it's like in the summertime, that corrugated iron roof, corrugated tin roof, or what you call galvanized iron or whatever. Oh god, does it get just humid, you know? So sometimes it's great to just work throughout the night because it's so much cooler and it's real nice. So yeah, I like it out here. Not a whole lot going on, you see? That's good. It calms you down, makes you feel better. Yeah, because all the shit. I mean, I could just switch off the computer. I like computers, it's true, but they should be considered as a tool rather than, you know, a necessity. Yeah, how's that? You know, the old and new, you don't have to use the bloody things. That would be a thorough preference for me, because I see the digital currency concept. You know, they've got you by the frickin' balls. If that's the only option you have, digital currency, then we are fucked. Oh yes, I've been seeing this coming on. I'm 54 years old. I've seen some shit. I see what the bad people are doing to us. Yes. The great thing is the apes are waking up. Even some fool heads are I don't know, they're not all waking up, because what are they doing? They're still throwing, I read this thing where they're throwing soup on the fucking Mona Lisa now. I've known for a long time. It's been, because my brother went there and had a look at it. It's protected under bulletproof glass. Well, I've known that for a long time, but these fool heads are trying to, bring awareness to certain things, but this particular thing they want to bring awareness to, like the farmers that are being screwed over and all these other and shit food in our food supply, and what they're actually talking about is actually some good stuff, necessary stuff. I don't know if they should really be throwing, you know, soup over stuff, but they knew they weren't going to damage it. But you know, they ruin it for everyone else that's there, you know, or want to see it. Anyways, but it's good to see there's a lot of real, honest, good people are protesting now. And that fire's still smouldering. I doubt there's anyone here now. But it's good to see that some people are protesting over very, very serious stuff. See if we can look at that. Never been that close before. Nice, I didn't have to do that. Alright, now we've got this awesome freaking piece of awesome here. Okay. Alright, shut down and get in the cold area. I wasn't kidding you about the weather. I mean, shit, I'm navigating around. Hang on, let's put that on the other. Can you do that? I'm navigating. I can jump puddles, mate. I can jump puddles. Look at all that fucking shit. Hey, look at all that. Still saturated. Ew. Right. Okay, let's get in there where it's bloody reading. Alright, continue on. Well, got a lot of work to do, so I figure get some soup into me. Before it goes cold, as I've got a microwave over there. So, but anyways, it's miso soup with seaweed and some kind of vegetable thing in there. And all this you get your. She even popped this dressing in. That was nice of her. I thought she might have put the wrong one in, then because I asked for this one, let's show you that's soy sauce. And she popped one of these in there. So I presume that's dressing. Is it for that, or is that miso? It tastes like miso, doesn't it? Yeah, it's miso. Alright, so that's probably dressing. And then you get this dealie here, and you get your thingy to hold it all there. This is Sukiya to go. Eat fresh, no matter where the day takes you. Fresh, sweet, juicy, savory. You know, all that. Those words: hot, crunchy, saucy, healthy. People call this spicy. People call this Japanese junk food. I don't see it as junk food. Maybe you got your vegetables, miso soup, shaved beef with onions, and rice. Yeah, I'm gonna put some soy sauce in there. I forgot to get it soupy. I didn't want to sing my song. Get on Tanju. Ashinko Seto. Tsudaku is soupy. Onegashima. Moshi so gashkanai. Chotto ocha onegai. Hai, dozo. Get on Tanju. Ashinko. I made up that song so I could remember. I'm not very good at remembering things. And from the damage. But yeah. So I made up that song so I could remember the set meal. I don't even know if they have the tonkatsu soup anymore. I didn't see it on the computery thing, but I think you got to scroll on the computer. I don't like this fucking computery things. Anyways, so all of this for 590 yen, which is, what's that, less than $5. So It's a decent sized meal. You can get bigger ones of these. This is the smallest one, I think. So yeah, you can get bigger ones of those, and this will do me for, this will give me enough power to work all night. Yeah, I was thinking about firing up the Thunderbox number 2. I still haven't done that pipe thing, but I'm very close. But it's not that bad in here because I've been running around vacuuming everything and sort of trying to do that. And I could smell this smell. Unfortunately, I left some food in this thing and it's been in there for quite a while. Ew, it don't smell too good. But that little mouse that I saw down there, he reckons, hey, that ain't so bad. So all I'm going to do is chuck it out there. Still got some ramen here, survival food. I've got some other ramen-y stuff in there, so good for food. I'm gonna chuck that out right now, so that I generally would chuck it up on the roof for Crowy, but I reckon that mouse looks a bit small and hungry. Not that I want to breed mice, bloody things. Can't find your own basher. But yeah, I've got to chuck that out because that freaking stinks. Didn't expect someone to show up. Now, oh, it's got to be that young guy again. Mate, he doesn't sleep. Yeah, he's back. I did not expect that. Like, it's midnight. I figure what I might do, she is starting to cool down even more, and I cleaned that pot out. God, they clean up good. I was thinking, I don't have a spatula or nothing, what am I going to do? So I just go hands. So I dumped all that out there, and smells a lot better now in here. I figure what I might do is I might fire up the Thunderbox number 2 after all. Even though I've got that, I can open that up and it's good enough for now. Yeah, get that warmed up because I'm going to be here all night anyways. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it stronger again. I had that miso soup. It's amazing what soup can do to you and do for you. And got all that other food, so I'm going to bit by bit get that into me. I've got a couple of coffees. Good roll. Yep. I've got that out, and I'm going to chop up some shit and get that going and put the mesh there and heat up this place and get some more work done. Well, I'll chuck something fairly substantial in there, about that size. And when it settles down a bit, flame won't come out of here, and it'll, even without that thing, it's all good. I can just open that window there and that door thing, and it's amazing how much, just the way it already is, how much it eats up this entire space, or at least for where I'm working here, kind of thing. So that's good. Thunderbox number 2. Don't really want the wood sitting on the mesh. I usually dump all the veggies into that and tuck into it. I figured that salad dressing is delish. I've never even thought to pick up one of those. I didn't know that, did I? So it's settled down quite a lot now. There's some real nice embers. I've got some pretty solid kind of wood in there. It'll take a whole lot longer to burn. So I'll set it up so I made up that one and that one and that one. I'll set it up so I've got a latch here and latch here. Don't touch that because it's hot. Anyways, I'd like to know, I want to know when it's fully assembled. I can loosen that one off, take that one out, loosen that a bit, and that drops down. And therefore, see, it's airflow issues for this big unit, and then hopefully close that and have enough at this kind of level once it's at decent embers, that then it can sort of continue to generate heat internally like a combustion heater. You know those big combustion heaters. Oh, they're awesome. Heat a whole house, those things. Yeah, so I'm just in my t-shirt now. Just a t-shirt, nice. I'm over there working. Bit smoky, but yeah, eventually get that sorted out. I'm very pleased with it. Thunderbox number 2. This food's delicious. I haven't been able to really put down a lot of food of late. Happens to me a lot. But I'm working, taking a bit of a break, having a bit of a feed, working, taking a bit of a break, having a feed. So I believe I'll be here all night, but this is okay. Getting there. This is bloody fantastic. Nice. Well, sure it turned out to be a lovely evening. It's very bloody cold out here, but it's nice and warm in there. So yeah, I might take a picture of that big flashy thing in the sky and call it I worked all night. I worked all night. Is that alright? Well, got a lot of work done, that's for sure. Quite surprised, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, finally can get some stuff on the back of the rig for because of all the fucking weather we've been having, and the mats, whether it's rain or not, the mats are all wet and everything's wet. And finally, I chucked what I could inside. There's one thing I wanted to do and I couldn't get it done. I've got everything apart from these box protectors, and I want to utilise these things, and I'll get those on the morrow. But yeah, shit I put in. I don't know what time it is, but it might be 5 in the morning or something. Some of the things I had already ready to go, and all I had to do was write a few things and information, so I plug into this thing, and yeah, so shit mate, let's get out of here. I really put in there, and I was glad that some of the things were already sorted out, because I started to get a bit woozy and oh shit. But nah, here we go. Let's rock and roll. I was thinking of staying. In the. Got a bunch of stuff here too. I was thinking of staying in the warehouse and just sort of work on some other projects. I'll wait till morning and a reasonable hour, and I figured, you know what, that's what are my options here, and you know, come back on tomorrow, but I really would probably need to sleep. But go all trucky style. Trucky's daughter's memories. Maybe crash for like 4 hours and then get what I can done. I remember to bring my trolley so I can just sort of stress down and not just try to get everything sorted out in one bash, because it can get real stressful. So I'll do a few at a time and get a few things done, and then finalise that other thing, get those boss protectors, got to get them all made up, and get that sorted out. That'll be a pretty easy job once I know what I'm doing, you know. So with that particular job, is this cryptic? Hey, it's like 5 in the freaking morning, I'm tired, juiced up on coffee. My I was surprised that I ate so much. I didn't finish that whole meal, but just every hour or so I just like chucked some extra food into me, and just really far more energized than I have been in quite a while. And so I was able to just sort of persevere and make that happen, so I'm very pleased about that. So I think I'll get on the big monstrosity now, because I found a couple of bucks here, alright. So I figured the plan I decided upon, instead of like staying and working on projects, getting a bit woozy, I'm thinking about fixing some tools or something, just do something that's fairly easy, and then I figured, what if I get too woozy and mess up, you know, these things are dangerous things. So better not. Actually, I used one of these mutilators to cut up some of that wood, and I'm kind of afraid of it. But you know, at least I know how to use stuff, so that's cool. I'm quite pleased about that. So yeah, on the morrow, I'll just sort of do piece by piece, and and then get that sorted, and then I've got some important shit that I have to fix. Whether I can or not, I don't know. But I'm gonna give it a go. Yeah. That's pretty much that. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how far I got. I nearly got all the way. If I had those box protectors, I would have stayed, just finished everything. Yeah. But I'm really pleased with that. I like when sometimes I've already got something sorted out. I can just sort of go in there and go, damn, it's all done. It's not always the case. Sometimes people want something else, and whatever. But alas, I was planning on waiting till dawn. Yeah, that's high beams where you just don't care. Thanks, mate. I don't know. Some cars have got like really powerful spotlights, and they're not even high beams. Anyways, it was real calming out there, and my mind was not on. Initially, my mind was on some just the shit, you know. And then I didn't even realise until now that I found that must have been so eased of mind and just working on what I was doing and focusing on what I'm doing, and I wasn't even thinking about things that trouble me. Wasn't even thinking about it. How's that? Momentarily, some stuff didn't even bother me like that. Just here there was a policeman hiding behind. I bet I was the only one all day that noticed him. Went all ninja style and noticed him. They look to see if you're wearing your seatbelt or whatever, or trying to catch people speeding and all that stuff. So, yeah, I bet he was hiding behind that pole. I don't know. I might have had my radar on or something at the time. I don't know. Often here you see bags of like rubbish. Sometimes truckies chuck out piss jugs and stuff. It's rare here, but they say there's a camera. There's some sign to say there's a camera. So what they often do is they attach a camera to like a tree or something. They'll move it at different areas, so because people might want to find it. Yeah. Very calming at this time of night. I like working at night sometimes. As I said, summertime's better. But sometimes, you know, when your sleeping patterns are all effed up and you're like, come on, and you feel this inspiration, feel inspired to like get some shit done. I'm going to pay the ferryman.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned. Heaven sought order, but the phoenix can fly only when its feathers are grown.
I felt one of my injuries. I just happened to, because I've been doing all this stuff. I just happened to lean over when I was grabbing the receipt and the change, and I felt this, oh shit, and there it is again. It's just like that, just doing this all night, never felt nothing, and then god damn it, maybe it's the seating position I'm in. A lot of my ribs and lower back and all that's all just, I don't know, man. Oh, I'm still alive, so who gives a shit. Cool dude, that one. On the night shift. Yeah, I'm so pleased to be able to, like, I felt just inspired to see you can do 80 and 100 on that one right there. So decent dry weather for once. My, it came down, and then the rig was wet all the time. Couldn't chuck nothing on the back, and got to wait for this money to be released so I can do this and do that. And then you got your priorities of bills and rent. And, yeah, Don't be the ferryman, just blast through and save that dough. I might even be able to chuck it in the top. Ooh, done. In this section. Just babbling now, but I don't care. Like the Babylon bee. Yes. So throughout the day, like I'll probably get about 4 hours sleep and then spend a few hours doing this, that, and just get things done. If I can't get all done, I can't get all done, fair enough. But things are moving forward rapidly, so that's really good. That dough that the government hands out to everybody, well, maybe not everybody, but certain households, that should be in like either today or tomorrow or something like that. And they say they gave it the date of the 29th, so I reckon that that'll very much help to just sort of get everything done. And yeah, there's a few projects that really need attention. I've been thinking about how to do it, and I believe I've come up with a solution. Yes, I believe I have. Well, we'll see in time. If it's the case that I can't get it done, then a mate said, all you got to do is call up the kimonosans. I think that means the real estate agent, and they'll sort it out. But I like handling my own candle, you know what I mean? I like that. Sort of, if you leave out to someone else, then you're not. I don't know. There's an amount of incompetence or something. And I don't know how to do every bloody thing, do I? But I don't know. I don't want to look to another man and go, oh, you're the man. But hey, there's a lot of shit I don't know how to do. It's true. But some shit I think I could have a good go at. Yeah. And sort some shit out. So that's good. Ooh. Susenji. Oh, it's real nice at this time, especially when you got a heater that works. Oh yeah, I've got it on the first position because I couldn't see nothing. I hopped in the rig, couldn't see nothing. Right, so the plan is, so I don't like having things on the back that are all taped up and stuff, boxes and things that when it's really cold like this, because they can get sort of moist and the tape can start to up peel. So depends if you leave it there for hours. But so I figure, right, I'll chuck them on, go whack that stuff in the Genkan, the entranceway, and so they'll be all right, because they haven't been out there very long at all. And then the plan was just to sort of try not to disturb the neighbours at this time of night, because I don't know, it might be 5, might be 6, I don't know when sunrise is, but judging by the position of the moon, it's got to be getting on morning. Yeah, but my, it wasn't warm. Apart from the big thunderbox, mate, that's, yeah, it'll get done this winter. That'll get finished. Maybe it won't be as perfect as I hope it would want to be. Hey, trains are running, so it's got to be at least 5. Did you see that? I saw it. Right. Well, maybe there you go. I can still see a bit of train. So it's got to be at least 5. There we go. I don't have a clock in here. And I was looking around for a radio. I was figuring I'd like to know like when sunrise is, so maybe it's a fairly sensible time to get back to the ranch, and then people won't sort of be ticked off about moving a few things in the morning, because people start going to work and all that, right, and starting the cars and all that. And I figured, I've got a radio in this rig. I've probably got a radio, the reception shit there. But I've got this little mini wind-up rig, and it's got this. It doesn't use batteries, it uses this DC, but a very small DC connector. It's even got an input and output, so you can if you utilise DC and you connect that to some other bulldust, you can actually charge your phone. I think you can even rev it up, and you can rev it up and use the light. It's got a light, a radio, and this LED thing. It's really rad. It's just down there, and yeah, you can put DC input into it in order to get in that gear. In order to get the radio working. So I thought, hey, but I couldn't find any DC thing. What a rad little unit. I was thinking, imagine if it could run off both batteries, that windery thing, and these DC units. There's probably units out there like that, you know, like Canadian prepper stuff, survival kind of, you know, units. Yeah, I'd love to have something like that. An inverter, that'd be rad. Man, there's so much shit I'd love to have. Like, so much stuff on the market. Real deal survivalist kind of shit. Oh yeah. But I've got a few decent things, that's for sure. A couple of 3 generators actually now. Access to wood, chainsaws. I think the only thing that I really need if the shit really hit the fan is access to food without stealing it. I do know where a shit ton of food is, but I would have to go there at 2 o'clock in the morning. But you know, it would be against my honour to do so. But you know, like fruit and vegetables and stuff, you know, that wouldn't be right. But in a survival situation, at least knock on the door and say, hey, how about I help you grow stuff and you give me some food, you know? Sure, there's got to be a way. But that would be the only thing if the shit hit the fan. Access to food. There's a lot of wild pigs around. So I reckon I'll be okay in that situation. The easiest way to catch them is using a cage. I know where a cage, I know where 2 of them are. And I could make one. Fucking hell, I could. Yeah, so there's a few ideas. I'm kind of into this preppery stuff. I reckon it's really rad, and you know, using tools and fixing shit and finding ways to have an alternative option. Like I haven't, even to this day, we're well into winter, I haven't used the kerosene heater in the ranch. I'll cook on it, heat up water, keep moisture in the air, and make tea and old char or tea, and soups and shit like that on top of it. So maybe I should, you know, as an option. I've been using the electric air conditioner-y, heatery combo thing, and this little mini heater, little mini bar heater. What a trooper that is. That doesn't use much power. Electricity is really cheap in this country actually, and you know, I drag that into the dunny and I hold onto it while I'm sitting on the throne, like I'm holding onto it and it's just directing to my chest, and yeah, it gets bloody cold in there, I can tell you. But yeah, I don't know if I generate a bit more dough. See, what I really should have done years ago, here's another option, the preppery kind of stuff. I had an opportunity to purchase this really big kerosene stainless steel container thing, right? So in the winter time, you fill the thing up and you're good to go for all of winter, or pretty much, I reckon. And so, I mean, if you were conservative about it, you'd be sweet. I didn't buy it. I had an opportunity to buy a pot-belly stove years ago, and you know, I had dough then, but I don't know, I just didn't have all the other elements put together. But yeah, I wish I had that, you know. Pot-belly stove, man, they're rad. But I do know, shit, if I had dough, I do know that I can build like a little cabin out the back in the garden. You know, I said you can do what you like with the garden. So, and you can buy these things from Costco. They're plastic. Motorcycle there, just chip on in. Okay, might be a scooter. You got to give them a lot of indication that you're coming, because they might be on the side here, right there. Especially if you've got shit in the way you can't see. Nah, he's a motorcycle. He's a Bozozoku. Yeah, cool. He's gonna make a bit of noise. What are we doing? What's that babbling on about? And here's me wondering, worried about sort of making a bit too much noise, like sneaking in, you know, placing a few boxes inside. And he didn't actually do the rumba go all crazy. And sometimes there's a whole stack of them. Yeah, shit, I would be doing that too if I was a young guy. If I was Japanese, you know. Damn straight rebel without a cause. Yeah, I was babbling about stuff. Yeah, I wish I had that big kerosene container and leave it out the back of the warehouse or something like that, covered up, and be able to fill that when fuel is at its cheapest. It still ain't cheap. Kerosene's fantastic stuff. It's low octane, so it's pretty safe. Although it is true that I've heard the sirens many times, as you do every winter. There's someone's house is burning down. Oh yeah, because of kerosene heaters. So take that as it may. Be that as it may. Don't quote me on the. They're very safe. They're somewhat safe. Yes, but you always got to make sure they're not too close to something. Yeah, this bloke just here. On the second one, he's got a coal burning stove, wood burning stove, and you can smell the coal. There it is, and I should have grabbed his pipe when he discarded his old pipe. He said, "Oh, it's a bit too sooty," and I'm like, "Shit, that'll be fine in the warehouse." I didn't. Now to someone's car. And he had it down here, and he was going to piff it away. And oh man, I should have grabbed that. I would have had it. He would have said, "Yeah, take it, shit." It saved me from paying to get rid of it. And a friend, I'd cut up what I need and just give it the medals to the friends. Anyway, let us go open that door, quietly move those things inside. Yes. I'm very, very pleased with being able to get that food into me, start feeling healthy again. Yes, although the timing's a bit. It was just that the time was wrong. Juliet.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.